Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Skillet coming to you from X4 Foundations, the 7.5 update and a new start. Because as we left off in the last video, and as we went into the 2 streams that we did recently, I wanted more experience with combat and beginning 7.5. And in the 2 streams, one was solely about combat and boron weapons being able to stop ships from boosting, which that is a flat no, they do not. There was a comment on that stream where disruptor missiles and possibly, I'm throwing this one in there, I am, EMP missiles might be able to stop. I haven't done testing on that, and if somebody has, or if they know the answer, please put it in a comment, because as we've seen, boosting can be a problem, especially if you're in a slower ship. There we go, in a slower ship like the Discoverer right here, or a Barracuda. Oh, I just want something very nice for that ship. I do. I think it's a beautiful ship. It's just so slow. But any other slower ship than any of the combat you might get involved in, with katanas or even PEs that we saw some videos ago. And then the second stream that we did, we started the Emergence, or is Emergence or Re-Emergence? I got Emergence, the Emergence start. Well, let's go back to that. I'm gonna have to let it talk, I think. So it's not talking. Perfect. We did the Emergence start because of the Discoverer itself. So Saturday, we did the stream. We started with this attempt to see how quick we can start building up a fleet. How soon, and what was the combat going to be like? This is a weaker ship. It's one of the best ships to use to get other pilots to bail and get out of their ships. So what was it going to be like? That was the question. We didn't quite fulfill that. Hey, have you guys ever been involved in a hit and run with your own ship? Yeah, that was a part of that stream. And then have you ever just, EVA'd in Xenon territory and watched all your help die? I just wanted to be saved. That's all I wanted. Yeah. Well, if you were in those streams or attached to one of those streams, thank you for showing up. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had some fun. I had some fun. Got some good stories. We're gonna go tell the bar guy later. It was great. It was great. Yeah, so we had some fun times. But we never really got to see how fast we could build a fleet. And how that combat was. We did get into some combat in that stream on Saturday, but we were doing it more with the Hyperion, which, even with the Hyperion, we did not see a whole lot of the boosting. Even in the first part of it, when we had the Discoverer out. Oh, that would have been a great catch. Even when we had the Discoverer out, we didn't have a whole lot of the boosting. We tried to keep somewhat of a distance, but we were still able to do pretty much all the engagements. So, as a just run-of-the-mill test, let's try to recreate that. And that's what I did. So we are currently... Let's see here. We are currently... I'm just going to pause it real quick. 56 minutes into this game. And we have a fair amount of ships. Now, we did get lucky with the Mambas and the Aspirator. We did. We then got double luck on the Boa. And I say that because in Saturday's stream, we saw this in real time, which I have not seen this ever happen in the base game. If you watch the Inner Worlds mod playthroughs, you've seen it, because the Huts and some of the other notorious malfeasance will actually send out boarding parties to board ships that have been left abandoned. I have not seen that happen. What is this? Knew it. I have not seen that happen except for these guys.
Comms channel open.
The Yaki.
Goodbye.
So, Saturday, I freaked out a little bit, and I was like, oh god, no. And I had to rush to that ship to try to get that ship. Which I did. And as the boarding parties enter a ship that is now yours, they become prisoners. That is the second biggest breakthrough that we've had so far, or I've had in this little test. Because, again, we started the Emergence start. I never went to Heretic's End. I literally just got off, came over to Hatikva's Choice, and waited. Waited for the opportunity. Waited for the ships to hop off the highway, which is where we're kind of at right now. We actually just need to get a little closer, because what you want to do is you want to start the engagement basically right when they're off the highway. So if you get 3 clicks in, maybe even a little closer, you want to, yep, right here.
Boa.
You want to get to this spot where they exit. Because now, at this point, all we have to do is start shooting and then drain those shields and request that evac.
Enemy spotted.
And this is how we do it. This is how you can gain ships.
Cobra.
Oh, hello.
I have more.
We're gonna pause it right here. I'm gonna try to grab that, but I want to finish what I want to do first before I get sidetracked into that. So sitting right here is a great benefit, especially for starting out your fleets, because we were able to get the Alligator. We were able to get the Boa just by doing this. The Mamba and the Mambas were already engaged in some combat. The Aspirator, again, a pirate ship, I was able to get actually closer to the defense station as it was disguised or cloaked or whatever you want to call it. Just kind of like how the Yaki or the Scale Plate do. They change their faction identifier. And we were able to get him. Now, there have been 2 times where combat has ceased to happen. And that one of those times was with the Aspirator, where it just sat in space. And all we had to do was just drain the shields, get to 75% of the hull, and ask. And that was that. And that was good. And then once we got the Yaki as prisoners, we divvied up those into the ships, and now they're service crew. Well, actually, they're more pilots because their crew skill is pretty decent. Their piloting skill, especially, you're at 2 stars or just above 2 stars as you know, from start, which really replaced all the pilots except for the one in the Discoverer. So, point or objective of the Saturday stream, we now proved. It depends on your ship. Now, other than the Discoverer, right? Because the Discoverer, hello, our hull points are at 1.4. 1,400 hull points. It's one of the lowest. Now, we don't have everything unlocked, but let's see. The Elite. $1,800. Kid 3,000, not going to really do it. Aspirator 1,800. So we got the Elite 18. Asp at 46. So the Aspirator, the Elite, just going down a list here. Quasar, however, the Quasar's pretty powerful, very glass cannon. These are ships that you can utilize to help pilots bail because they have low hull points. The lower the hull point, the easier or more in favor that algorithm is for you. In terms of the combat that we saw, it's not the same as what we saw in those other earlier videos for 7.5. And I'm not sure of where that change happened. Is it because I am keeping my distance more? Or am I not being as aggressive, especially pre 7.5, and always wanting to knock somebody out of travel drive when they're starting to spool up their engine? I've tried to do a mix of the tactics. So far, a lot of the M's have just boosted away. PEs haven't done it. Haven't really fought too many N's. Or anything in like that I can remember. So I don't know. I honestly don't have a good answer, and I don't like that. Because I've seen the boost. And then I have seen where it doesn't boost and the combat is decent. But I don't know where a middle ground is in that. So far, it seems like there's an extreme. One end, combat can be horrible. The other end, it could be enjoyable. I'm gonna say distance between you and your target plays the big factor. That's gonna be my answer. Is it the correct answer? I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out. But how many of you have started a new game in 7.5? How many of you had some difficulties with building a fleet, with trading? Because that's one of the next things that we're going to get into. We're going to kind of keep that stream series kind of going along. We are going to finish up the Hyperion story, hopefully, next time we stream, which should be Friday. And if you're going to ask me the date, I should have had this handy. That'd be the 14th. Friday the 14th. We'll probably do the same thing, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then depending on how that goes, we might do another stream on Saturday and go from there. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to try to get this Cobra. Hope you guys enjoy.
We'll see about that, pilot.
Oh, he's got his little buddy.
I know, Tom.
come on, before he gets 1,000.
What do you want? Split, not surrender.
I'm gonna wait.
I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you.
It's going after... oh my gosh.
I'm not talking to you.
Minotaur.
I'm not talking to you.
We're not gonna get him. We'll go for the asp, though.
I'm not talking. Stop shooting, Split.
Come on.
Not get away with that.
Boom. Okay, perfect. Well, we didn't have to ask him to bail. He got out all on his own. And with that, we now have
Discoverer,
a
Vanguard.
normal asp. Would have been great if I could get that Cobra, but that's all right. That's all right. Oh, he's got 2 guns already. Perfect. And what we're going to do is we are going to ask one of these prisoners
Can I help?
to... Nope. Wrong key.
Confirmed.
And... oh, it has the shields too. See? Yaki. Unsung heroes of the universe. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you guys again. I hope you guys, if you can, show up for the stream. Hopefully it'll be fun. If not, we got jokes and some commentary between us. It'll be great. But I will see you guys again. I hope you have a wonderful evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you watch.